o'clock on this Monday morning, June 8th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot coming your way this Monday morning, but first we want to have a look at some of the news you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is in the newsroom. She's live with some of our top headlines this morning. Steph?
Hey there, guys. We do start off with some breaking news. A large fire at a warehouse in Rochester appears to be under control after crews battled those flames for hours. The size of that fire prompting multiple agencies to respond overnight. Chris Lopez is live on Lyell Avenue with the very latest on what we know so far. Chris.
Hey, good morning, Steph. Yeah, we're on the intersection of Lyell Ave and Avery right now, which is just east of that fire. The spot or the business that was caught on fire is just a few blocks behind me right now. Like you said, there's no word yet on the cause of this fire. We're looking to learn that as we make our way through the morning. Now, a call came in for a structure fire at about 11:20 last night. It took crews just about 10 minutes to respond to this. They got there just before 11:30. When they arrived, they found the Pallet Express on fire, and what started out as a 2-alarm fire quickly turned into a 5-alarm fire. It just took about 20 minutes for that to happen. The video you're watching now is showing you just how big and how bright those flames were. The building was filled with pallets. There were some delivery trucks that were also destroyed in the fire, and this is also a residential neighborhood, so neighbors were evacuated due to potential exposure to the fire, as well as the heat that was coming from those flames. There's structural collapses behind the building, and firefighters tell us they were keeping their efforts defensive so they could keep their crews safe.
One of the biggest things is just getting out of the collapse zone. You might see people parked kind of within like a fair distance of the building. We'll set up a master stream that's meant to go long distances, a lot of water, and that's also there to prevent any walls that may come down from damaging the trucks, any personnel. So it's more of a just contain it to the building's procedure, other than, you know, actually trying to get in there and fight from the interior at this point.
Now, we don't know how this fire was started, but we do know that there were no injuries reported either on the civilian side or on the firefighter side. We're going to work to learn how this actually was started. That should come out within the next few hours or by the end of today or so. So we will have that information on 13 WHAM. However, I do want to point out, when we first got here, trying to talk to different witnesses, and they were telling us that their power was out. Like I said, this is kind of a mix of a residential area as well as a business area. I believe, according to RG&E, about 500 homes or 500 businesses and homes are without fire in this immediate area. We're not sure if that's related to the fire, if it's unrelated to the fire. We haven't gotten any confirmation on that yet. Back to you in studio for now.
And it does look like people are waking up this morning to see that area still closed off. Chris, live for us on Lyell Avenue. Thank you. And streets, as you can see, are still closed off in the area this morning. This is a picture here at Lyell Avenue at Avery Street in the last hour. Now, there are power outages. RG&E is reporting more than 600 in the area at this hour. This is a story we'll continue to follow for you throughout the day right here on air and online at 13wham.com. We turn now to crews investigating a fatal fire in Irondequoit that killed an elderly couple. It happened around 7:30 yesterday morning. Investigators believe the fire started in the bedroom of the one-story home. Tragically, the victims were found once that fire was out. The victims have not been identified. The cause remains under investigation. One person is dead, killed in a motorcycle crash on the city's north side. First responders were called to St. Paul Street and Upper Falls Boulevard around 8:30 last night, where they found a 53-year-old man with serious injuries. He was rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. 2 people in the car have minor injuries. No citations were issued. Happening today, we will learn more about how Rochester plans to celebrate the upcoming World Cup. Mayor Malik Evans will be joined by East End business owners to announce a free watch party. The U.S. men's team will play their first game Friday night. We'll have more on 13 WHAM News at midday and 13wham.com. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph.
Sounds good. Let's turn to the forecast. Today is the start of what is going to be a gorgeous week across the greater Rochester region, starting things out with plenty of sunshine, temps reaching 80 degrees. Meteorologist Marty Snyder here tracking what we can expect. Martin?
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going to see these numbers move along pretty well throughout the day. We're seeing that sunshine begin to win out, and we're starting off with temperatures that are climbing back into the 60s right now. And we should see these numbers continue to gain pretty well as we head through the rest of the day today. That'll put us back mostly into the mid-70s by noon, probably some lower 80s for high temperatures today. Anywhere from about 80 to the lower 80s is where we're going to end up today. And I think longer term, this actually may be one of the cooler days that we see of the week. We heat up a little more tomorrow, about 87 then. And I think we're just bound to see a couple showers and or thunderstorms by the afternoon tomorrow. Not going to be a total washout, but at least that summertime variety, we'll see a few of those pop up. In Wednesday, maybe just a few more, about 84 at that point, and the humidity increases as we head deeper into the week, especially for that last half of the week. Could make a run at 90 a couple times this week, and then temperatures pull back a little bit by the weekend, but still in the 80s. So overall, just some sustained summer-like warmth as we head through quite a few of these upcoming days, guys.
Listen, and those overnight temps, that's like sleeping. Oh,
It is.
man.
Yeah.
It just looks good. We'll
Looking
take
really
it.
nice for us.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
All right, let's have a look at what we've got brewing for the next count them, 2 hours. Starting with an event that celebrates the men helping shape our community. This morning, we're getting a closer look at the Men of Distinction Appreciation Luncheon coming to Rochester this weekend. We're going to learn more about the theme of the event and how you at home can take part.
Then we are looking ahead to an upcoming event that's honoring both our heroes and the hidden heroes who support them every day. We'll be joined by representatives from the One Soldier at a Time Webster Summer Music Festival to get a special preview and learn how the event raises awareness and support for military families holding down the fort here at home.
And later, as we cross the finish line this morning, we're getting ready to dance because we're previewing a show that's sure to get you on your feet. Dancing with the Stars' favorite Derek Huff is bringing his Symphony of Dance Encore Tour to the Kodak Center next month. We're going to learn more about the high-energy show and what fans can expect.
All right, before all of that, we have to go to commercial break. So, a lot more to come. When we come back, we are going off the top this Monday.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around, my friends. We're back after this. All right, 8:10. Let's go off the top and start with some of the things that have piqued our interest. And for my off the top this morning, I want to talk about WWDC. Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference is happening today. It kicks off in only a matter of hours. And while what's expected is typically speculative, according to some recent reporting, Apple employees have been trouble keeping their lips sealed. And the biggest thing expected today may not be a new iPhone or a watch or some piece of shiny hardware. The biggest thing might just be, and I'm going to have to say it, and I did not think of this, how many people's devices are going to be triggered with the number of times I have to say this in this story. I should have thought of that before putting this together.
Well, her name rhymes with Murray.
Did you say Murray?
I said Miri.
Oh, I said Murray.
Is that how you? Okay.
No, I've always called her Suri instead of Siri.
Oh.
But that's what we're talking about. Something might actually be finally happening with Siri. The same Siri many of us have yelled at because while we're in the car, we ask a simple question, and somehow we end up with directions to Wimpy's Burger Basket and Gates. But today, Apple is expected to show off a much smarter version. Not just a voice command button, not just something that sets a timer or tells you the weather, a real assistant, my friends. The idea is that you could tell Siri what you want done, and it will move through your phone, understand the context, open the right apps, find the information, and actually do it. It is a huge shift from, I don't even know what you could say she does right now, because it's not much. But right now, most of us use Siri for the basics. But Apple is reportedly working toward a version of Siri that can understand your personal context, meaning this can help you find something from a text message, an email, a note, a calendar invite, a photo, a file, without having to remember where on your phone it lives. It'll just do it. It sounds incredibly useful, but it also sounds like the beginning of a very big privacy conversation. Because for Siri to become a real assistant, it needs access to your real stuff, your messages, your calendar, your email, photos, location, your habits, and your apps. That's the part that's got people concerned. Apple's pitch has been that much of this can happen on your device. For more complex requests, it would go through what it calls a private cloud compute. Don't ask me what that means. I have no idea.
Okay.
But that's, according to the smart people, the trade-off. The smarter the assistant gets, the more intimate and the information it needs becomes. Now, if you're waiting for the foldable iPhone, that's probably not going to happen today. That'll most likely be in September, a story then when Apple traditionally unveils the next iPhone lineup. Same thing with major computers or iPads. There could always be a surprise. But WWDC is usually where Apple shows off the software that makes the next generation of devices possible. So yes, we may hear about new versions of iOS, but we also may hear more about Apple Intelligence, giving us clues on where the company is heading with those future devices. But today really feels like a Siri test, because if Apple gets this right, Siri may finally stop being the thing we accidentally trigger 15 times a day, and a thing we actually rely on and use.
This is cool.
I think it is very cool. Again, the privacy concerns are where I'm a little hesitant.
Yes, I agree with you. I actually don't even have mine turned on.
You don't?
My phone, no. And that, well, it started off as an accident. I got my iPhone when I had the flu, and, you know, I was doing the whole setup thing, and my voice was, like, completely shot, and it was, you know, asking me to do the prompts, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it later, and I've never gotten it. It's been a year and a half. So it's cool, it's fine. I know that it, you know, is probably listening to me. Here's, you know me, I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist.
Hit me.
What if she's already able to do all of that, but now they're just bringing it to the forefront and they're saying, oh, hey, we developed this.
Sure.
Now she can do this. But
now she can do it, but she's had access to all of it the entire time. The whole time? Mrs. Doubtfire.
Great.
Yeah, I get that. Part of me is also, even if that's not the case, part of me is hesitant because, listening.
Listening.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
I have 0 bad pictures on my phone. No, I don't.
No, it's okay.
There you go. You can go through the entire thing if you want. Nothing bad in there. My fear is, though, that if you did, and you know what I mean? Things could go awry. Things could go awry. And I don't know, you lose your job, you send something to someone you don't want to be sending it to, you ask for a file that sounds like one thing and it accidentally sends another. I really hope this went through some serious beta testing before they do this. Not to mention the privacy angle of it, that it's going through the cloud whatever, I don't know, the cloud whatever. Where is that? How do I get there? And what does that know about me? I also don't like that it knows habits. But I will make the argument that it knows my habits already.
Yeah.
Because it knows what to... Listen, at the gym, on the treadmill, I watch TikTok. It knows what content to feed me while I'm on the treadmill.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
It's all positivity. It's all like Gary Vaynerchuk mindset, like you've got this, keep going, motivating stuff.
Interesting.
And then I get home and I swear, it knows what kind of mood you're in because it will feed you what it knows you want.
Interesting.
So I'm sure you're onto something with, the data's already out there.
Yeah. Hey.
And again, if you've got nothing to hide, really, but you don't want to be you don't want to look like the stupid person who accidentally shares the vacation photo album when you're supposed to be, I don't know, sharing the divorce papers. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Hypothetically speaking.
No, that's a great point.
I don't know.
It is.
I'm excited all the same.
I would love for Apple to focus instead on, like, I don't know.
Telephones?
The phones, making it so that the I don't know, all of the chargers work in one spot.
I'm all about that. Let me ask, is there something that your phone does not do that you would like it to do for you, that it could potentially have the capability of doing? I'm not talking make breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm talking, hey, as soon as I get this email, make sure I know and text my spouse, whatever the code the bank says, because we need to file for the mortgage.
No.
Okay.
I don't think.
All right. Well.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm
that
trying
fell
to.
flat.
Hold on. No. I'm happy with it overall.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I've never thought, oh, I wish it could do this. Usually I'm like, wow, it's nice it does that. Do you know what I mean? Like the picture searching option on there.
Yes.
I love that.
Game changer.
I taught that to Mark over was it this weekend, last weekend? His mind was blown. And I was
just
like,
learned that?
Well,
Wow.
It's all right.
Your
Either
age
way,
is showing.
Okay.
He doesn't remember how to
That's
do it.
okay.
All right.
It's all right. We'll move along to mine. I feel like I need to start a series called Adults Acting Like 2-Year-Olds or Grown Up Temper Tantrums.
Okay.
Because the ridiculous stories just keep coming and coming. This one comes to us from a well-known country singer who keeps making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Do you listen to country music?
No, but I've got a story to tell you about this particular character when we get to commercial break.
Okay. I do not really listen to country music at all, but I am familiar with this guy, Morgan Wallen. He's quickly become known as a music superstar. He was discovered on season 6 of The Voice, but was eliminated during the playoff round. When you Google who is Morgan Wallen, the first part of the answer describes his rise to fame, blending traditional country with pop elements. His storytelling is praised, his loyal fan base is mentioned, but the next line is what we're really talking about here. This is what Google says, quote, his success is heavily overshadowed by high-profile controversies, including the use of racial slurs and multiple arrests. His actions over the past few days have people disgusted once again. Up first, an incident that happened May 30th at his show in Denver, part of his latest tour titled, I'm Still the Problem. He acknowledges it, so I guess that counts. At some point during his show, while performing a song, his piano, his stand-up piano, stops working. He finishes the song a cappella, which is pretty impressive. I mean, he is a talented musician after all, right? But then you're going to see it right here. He walks on over. Hopefully we see it. Gives the piano a good old shove. Down it goes, flipping it over and breaking it. Okay. little bit of an overreaction, right?
Yup, I
Especially
would say.
since these musicians tour with professionals who can easily repair instruments. Chances are someone on this team could have fixed the piano instead of having to just replace it overall. Okay, so that was incident one. Then over the weekend, he made headlines again, this time ripping a security guard's cell phone out of his hands during a show in Pittsburgh and throwing it mid-song. You're going to see it right here. Hopefully, right here. Yep, boom. Off it goes into the crowd, reaches down and chucks the thing. So was the security guard supposed to be recording the musician? Probably not. But was this an appropriate response? Also probably not. The guy apparently loves to throw things. Do you remember April 2024? He threw a chair off a rooftop bar in Nashville, almost hitting police officers who were on the street below. That was him. He pleaded guilty to that incident after initially denying it to officers. He was sentenced to 2 years of supervised probation, 7 days of confinement at a DUI education center. Okay, so as he was getting ready for his second show in Pittsburgh, he ended up canceling that performance, citing weather concerns. He said the size of his stage would be a major safety concern given all the strong winds expected to move through the area. Fans, though, pretty upset. Some outlets reporting that decision and announcement came after he had already left the area. Obviously, safety is a top priority, but others have pointed out the weather that night ended up being beautiful. Ultimately, though, the moral of the story here, no matter how famous you are, no matter what kind of mood you're in, and no matter what kind of technical issues you're having, there's no reason to act like a 2-year-old.
I'm all about giving people second chances. I'm not about giving third chances and fourth chances and fifth chances.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if you're
insane
allowed
behavior.
to say it, but I'm going to say it. Once a jackass, always a jackass. I don't think that's something that goes away. And I think he's proven that time and time again. Now, I think he should just go away. Just go away. We don't love you anymore.
Oh my God. What is it, John?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, I know.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow. Yeah, it's like really bizarre behavior.
Yeah.
To be doing that, you know?
And the other thing that really irks me is these pathetic apologies. Oh, I'm so sorry that I've done something wrong and I've hurt you. I'm so sorry. I promise I won't do it again. And then you turn around and you literally do it again.
Yeah.
Or you have already done it again and the video's just not out yet.
Yeah.
Grow up. Yeah. Honestly.
Just be kind to others. Don't throw things either.
Yeah.
I don't know what world we're living in where that's like.
Well, yeah, somebody had to clean up your mess.
Yeah.
After that. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't care how much you're paying them. You're an adult. People shouldn't be picking up after you.
Yep.
Act your age, not your shoe size.
Prince. Yeah?
Is that?
I think so.
Good guy. Don't go anywhere. When Ark Rochester returns, it's time for this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Mark McLean will join us after this. Welcome back. Meteorologist Mark McLean joining us now. Sunshine, 80-degree temperatures. What you got?
Yeah, and we got to circle back
Circle back to the elephant ears.
to Friday. And we started talking about the elephant ears.
Yeah.
And apparently you guys caught the disease that only afflicted small portions of Monroe County that killed off the elephant ears last year.
No.
Or was it the year before that?
I caught the disease that my home was burglarized, and once I moved, I don't know where the elephant ear went. I apologize.
Ashley, I think this is bringing out some emotions that I didn't anticipate. Well, the elephant ear giver has some new elephant ears for you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So we fixed that. We fixed that problem.
And if you plan on burglarizing Dan ever again, please leave the
Don't
elephant
take
ear.
the elephant ear.
Who breaks in to just steal an elephant ear?
Well, that's not just what.
Yeah, that's not all they took. But no, I don't know that the elephant ear was not stolen.
Yeah.
I just have no idea where it went
After you packed?
during the move. Yeah.
If it's in a box, it might still be alive.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
There's like 2 boxes
These
still.
bulbs are pretty tough, so
Ours is definitely dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
End of the season, just chop it off, take it in the basement, throw it in the basement.
Okay.
And leave it
All
there.
right.
That's
we
it
know for
until the
next year.
spring.
Okay.
Yep. So speaking of that, plants love tropical radiation, right? Like think about the tropics, you know, things that grow down there. Weather Trivia is going to take that quote angle today, and we get tropical radiation for a period of time in Rochester every year. That means that at solar noon, which is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that the sun is higher than 66 degrees high in the sky, which means that if you're fair-skinned, that can be a problem if you're not prepared for that, if you're working outside. But for how many weeks out of the year would that sun angle be higher than 66 degrees at solar noon? Is it 3 weeks, 5 weeks? Do we get 9 weeks of like tropical radiation, or 12 weeks?
Is it currently happening?
It's currently happening.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I think I've got a good guess.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've got a decent guess.
So that means that, you know, you can grow anything you want. You drive down West Henrietta Road here, and one of the restaurants down the road actually has palm trees outside.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
Big potted palm trees. And
They
I
do.
drive by it and I watch it until September, early October, and I'm like, when are they taking them in? When are they taking them in, right? You start to think about like that kind of thing. And then the tropical radiation goes away.
The one this direction, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Very
And
good
you
stuff.
said it, that they typically bring those in around September?
Yeah, but I mean, well, you're already into the fall. I mean,
Okay.
it's.
Hey, I was
Context
just,
clues. She's good at
It doesn't
it.
give it away. It doesn't
No, it
give
doesn't. It doesn't.
I
It
was
doesn't.
just clarifying.
Yeah.
So,
It's a fun science experiment, too.
Sure is.
It's lab number 2 at MCC when you take weather. Okay, we talk about the solar angle. It's fun.
How do you do that as a lab?
You measure different objects outside. You can pick any objects you want, and you
Oh, the
see
length of the shadow.
the shadow cast.
Yep.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
Yep. And speaking of the sun, 8:49 sunset tonight. Still 15 plus hours of daylight. That's going to continue for you for quite some time. We've got the city centered up right there for you. Blue sky. It's going to be hard. This is going to be one of these days. It's just going to be hard to find a cloud. 62 right now, west-southwest at 5. It did start in the 50s, though. So, you know, the house still cools off overnight. You know, you can give the AC a break, let some of that cool air in as we go through the overnights. But the pool forecast, definitely in order. If you have one, you're going to be in it. Look at these temps. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow came close to 90. A little bit of a cool down there with some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. Still Thursday, Friday, that risk is there. One of these days is going to reach 90 degrees, okay? Probably later this week for the first time this season. And then you see those numbers start to drop back. But, you know, you think about the kids, you know, taking the Regents. You remember those days.
Okay.
And, of course, this weather always hits. Kind of
Make 'em
cool in the middle.
suffer.
Yeah. Center of the country cooling off. There's some, you know, you can look at different various sources of weather data. Some of it suggesting that some of that cool air moves towards the East Coast. Some of it does not. So we're kind of on the fence. And I think we're going to be at least seasonable through the middle of the month and keep that cool air back out in the central plains. But high pressure keeping things nice and quiet. There's the next area of low pressure, and it's going to send some clouds and showers at us as we move through Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, on Tuesday, that risk is very small. We think it's about a 30% chance of seeing a pop-up shower, rumble of thunder. As you can see there, most of New York State is not being reached by any of those little green dots on your screen, which are showers and scattered thunderstorms. But 76 at lunchtime today, low 80s at 4 o'clock. Lots of sunshine for you tonight. Not quite as cool. We'll drop back into the low 60s with that mainly clear sky, but still some natural AC out there tonight. Extended forecast. It's a very summer-like forecast. Some of those overnights not getting out of the 70s, and officially not even summer yet, but still tropical by Friday. And we'll leave that chance for a shower, thunder shower Thursday, Friday at about 40%. Temps in the 80s even into the weekend. But it's nice that we had the weather that we had for some of our festivals, that just moved through. Fairport Canal Days, had a decent run, and Spencerport had a decent run for theirs too. So it was good weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. And I saw you have tropical written for Friday.
Yeah. It's that steamy air, especially if we get 2 or 3 of these days this week where we get that brief 15, 20-minute thunder shower. You get a little bit of moisture in the ground. It feels steamy, more like Florida. Dew points go up into the 60s. You can get some of those dew points near 70 by the end of the week if we catch them.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Ashley, can we get the countdown?
The countdown. Drum roll.
Hey.
12 days, 18 hours, 52 minutes, 35 seconds.
Stunning.
I know.
You wake up and the sun is already up, right? Well, you guys were
Wow.
up before that, but
Yeah, that hasn't
well, you get to
happened
see
in
the
years.
sunrise. on
No,
the Wham
we're
cam.
in here.
On the Wham cam.
Yeah. All right, McLean, thank
It's
you.
like he just knows right what.
He knows what buttons to push. He knows. You know what my mother would say? Because my sister did this kind of stuff. He's going through a phase.
Oh.
It's a phase. He'll grow out
The
of it.
changes can be tough.
He'll grow out of it. Yep, very hormonal.
We've got a lot to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back right after this.
Mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2.
3.
Mic check 1, 2, 3. Lyell Ave in Avery.
This Monday morning. Thanks for sticking with us. We're still following that breaking overnight news.
Crews still at the scene of that massive fire in Rochester's Lyell Otis neighborhood. Chris Lopez is live at the scene with the latest. Chris, what can you tell us right now?
Yeah, good morning, guys. We're on the intersection of Lyell and Avery, just a few blocks away from that fire. We have been here since about 4:40 this morning. Crews have continued to, I wouldn't say battle this fire, but periodically come in and spray different hot spots. You'd see different firefighters climb up on ladders and spray from atop. I'm guessing that's just some of the fire starts to come up and they're going to put it back down. We have seen just white smoke since we've been here, so that's a good sign. If there is any, that means the fire is pretty much completely contained. I'm going to give you guys the timeline right now. The call came in for a structure fire at about 11:20 last night. It took fire crews about 10 minutes to get here. They got here just before 11:30. When they arrived, they found the Pallet Express on fire, and what started out as a 2-alarm fire quickly turned into a 5-alarm fire in just about 20 minutes. The video you're watching now showing just how big and bright those flames were. The building was filled with pallets that probably aided the fire just because of all that wood that was in there. There was also some delivery trucks that were out back that were destroyed in the fire. And this is a residential neighborhood, so neighbors were evacuated due to potential exposure from the fire, as well as the heat coming from those flames. There were structural collapses behind the building, and fire crews tell us that they were keeping their efforts defensive so that they could keep their crews well rested as well as safe.
Once you see the speed at which the fire is spreading, then you can pretty much early on determine, we're going to need more resources. This size of a building, it's unoccupied. It is a sprinkler building. The sprinklers weren't able to contain it. And once you see that it's grown beyond the capacity of the first few companies, you can pretty much early on determine that you're going to need more resources.
Now, we don't know how this fire started exactly. It's probably going to take a few hours, if not the full day, for Rochester Fire to get that information to us. We do know that there were no injuries reported, either on the civilian side or the firefighter side. However, I would like to point out that there is significant power outages in this area. According to RG&E, the last time I checked, it was about 500 residents, combined residents and businesses. I talked to a business owner from Darla and Bill's Grill. He told me that he just arrived probably about 10 minutes ago. He said he does not have any power right now. And then there was a resident down the street said that her power has been out since about midnight last night or this morning, and that now they told her that her water will be turned off pretty soon. Guys, back to you in studio.
All right, Chris Lopez out there reporting for us live all morning. Chris, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
We still have much more to come here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're taking you behind the story this Monday morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc is streaming live on the 13WM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
We're taking you behind the story this morning. Israel says it's intercepted multiple ballistic missiles launched from Iran.
Yeah, the attacks casting serious doubt that the U.S. will reach an agreement with Iran as that war now surpasses 100 days.
Here's national correspondent Christine Frizzell.
100 days into the war with Iran, and battles on multiple fronts are still being carried out. The Israeli Defense Forces reporting on missiles launched from Iran toward Israel, which Iranian officials say is in retaliation for Israel's war in Lebanon. This following reports from U.S. Central Command on Iranian one-way attack drones shot down both on Friday and Saturday, in both cases launched toward the Strait of Hormuz, following U.S.-led attacks at Iranian surveillance radar sites, as Americans continue to be told the end is near.
Ultimately, we think a great deal, is likely coming soon.
But there continues to be glaring differences on what would end the fighting for good.
If they're so desperate, Mr. President, why haven't they said yes to the terms you're proposing?
Strong, they're proud. There are things they never thought they'd be doing that they're going to have to do. They've got no choice.
Iran's foreign minister insists the Trump administration is to blame.
You have to face so many changing positions, moving the goalposts, different statements, contradictory remarks by different officials.
For weeks, the sticking points have remained largely the same and include President Trump getting Israel to end its military campaign in Lebanon, which he's so far been unable to do. Iran is also asking for access to its currently frozen assets, as U.S. negotiators say they want Iran to stop pursuing and developing nuclear material and to immediately reopen the Strait of Hormuz, as President Trump is on defense about why this war started in the first place.
What changed? Because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war. Why would I have built the strongest military in the world? I had to make a judgment. Do I want to go along and have a country that's doing really well, but somebody is going to try and kill us? Or do I want to put out that horrible threat?
In a phone call late Sunday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, President Donald Trump reportedly asked him not to retaliate, even though Israel had already threatened a, quote, powerful response. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
When ARC Rochester returns this morning, we're learning about the upcoming Men of Distinction Appreciation Luncheon.
Yeah, we're back on the other side of the break.
For what? Oh, no, it's all good. All right, so, gentlemen, when we come back, we will have 4.5 minutes to talk. You can look right at us, ignore the cameras. They're just going to get a mic check from you right now if you just don't mind saying your first and last name.
I always laugh. I always think of Ricky Bobby. What I'm supposed to do with my hands. Like, don't do nothing. Ricky, lower your hands.
They'll work on their own. They will work on their own.
Ruben, can we get a mic check from you?
Should I say my first and last name?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Ruben Likoke.
8:46 this Monday morning. So this weekend, the Men of Distinction from Pain to Purpose Luncheon is shining a spotlight on the men who help strengthen our community each and every day, honoring African-American fathers, mentors, and role models who make a difference through leadership and guidance.
This morning, we're learning more about the event and how you can take part. We're joined now by coordinator for the City of Rochester's My Brother's Keeper program, Shay Higgins, and graphic design student and event intern, Ruben Lecoque. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is a really cool event. Tell us a little bit about it.
So From Pain to Purpose is basically making sure that we're not only reminding men that they belong, but I think it's very important to mention that this is Men's Mental Health Month, and being able to tap into that conversation while reinforcing the idea of what it feels like to be heard, to be seen, and more importantly, to be felt. So putting yourself in an environment with other people where you can have these type of conversations, not only does it create great dialogue, but also lets you understand and feel that you're not alone.
So what can people expect if they attend this luncheon? What are the guys going to walk away with?
So pretty much people can expect knowledge. They can expect some good food, obviously. But also, it's just more important to give back to the community, give back to young men, give back to fathers. And it's a great opportunity for people to come outside and, feel a sense of community.
You touched on it a little bit, but I'm hoping you can go a little more in depth. Why is it so important to have an event like this, not just during Men's Mental Health Month, but all year round, having strong figures in your life?
Well, I would definitely say that for myself, I try to show up with the person who I needed. So with my time spent as an educator in the city school district, things that I've done throughout the community, what I recognize is that there's a lot of conversation needs to be had, especially when it comes to talking to the young man. I believe a lot of times there's this little boy in us that needs to be expressed in a certain way. So being in an environment with other people who can help you unlock that and have those type of conversations are very important, very critical for our own growth, for not just them as their personal development, but also our community.
I have to imagine that, especially for kids, in order to learn this, they need to see themselves in other people. They need to be able to see their reflection.
Yes.
And unless that's the case, it could fall on deaf ears. They might not walk away with anything, right?
But that's definitely true. Representation is important, but I would marry that with opportunity creates exposure. So if you don't have the opportunity, you may not be exposed to these things. So that's another reason why this program is so prominent and this event needs to take place.
I'm curious to know from each of you, I want to see how I can phrase this. What is the most important quality that you hope to show to the young men who will be coming to this conference? One of the biggest things you want them to walk away?
For me personally, it's just perseverance, because I believe that none of us would have made it this far without perseverance and overcoming. So I want to give back and show the young men that they can overcome whatever obstacles, whatever challenges that they might be facing at the moment, and to help them earn some type of skill set in the future.
Fantastic.
I would say that mine would be vulnerability. I believe I have a very unique story, and it matches the point of the whole event, from pain to purpose, understanding what I went through and understanding that was supposed to happen. I think a lot of times we have this why me concept instead of why not. And I'm grateful for the things that I've experienced because it helped me overcome and actually got me here today.
I'm wondering, when you're educating these guys, these young men, I imagine you define the word man for them in some way, shape, or form, but what is that definition for you? What makes a man a man?
Being truthful with you, what makes a man is understanding that they're human first, and understand that they have the responsibility to be the source and sustainer. So in most cases, when I enter an environment, I tell people everything isn't your fault, but it's always your responsibility. I may have gotten here and these things happen to me, but I have the responsibility on the way that I react to them or the way I reflect on them, and then what I do next. And I hope that that's something that all the young men will be able to take away from this event.
Wow.
Choices and decisions, huh?
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you both so much for coming in today. We appreciate it. I'm sure we have folks at home who will want to come to the luncheon, or they want their sons, their nephews, their grandsons to come to the luncheon.
Bring them all.
Bring them all. Okay, so what do they need to know? Registration, tickets, how does it work?
For registration, it's through a flyer, or you can go through Zelle, the Zelle app, and you can send your money through there, or
Does that QR code? Will that take them right there?
The QR code will take you directly to the link. I know it's going to be at 231 Memorial House.
231
Alumni House.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alumni House. Remember that again?
Yeah.
But yes, definitely going to be a great event, and I hope that everybody is able to come. And if you can't come, sponsor a student. There's some students out there that can, that can really use the information, and I'm a firm believer in that. I know sometimes I'm not able to make it to everything, but I would love to make sure that I pay it for it and pay for somebody else to go. So if you're not able to attend, please, make sure that you put another young man in your position.
Perfect. Thank you both once again. We're going to make sure to post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
We still have much more to get to here on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break.
Time to get lucky. Spashcock Funk is bringing you Clams Casino, one of the classiest appetizers of all time. People on Mad Men, old school people, new school people, this is an awesome dish. And when I first really understood how powerfully cool this dish was, I was a young man in New York City and I got invited to a party with some older people, more established than I was. And all of our friends were excited because Linda, the host, was making Clams Casino. Oh my gosh, Linda's making Clams Casino. And I thought to myself, wow, look at how excited my friends are. I want to be able to make something that will make somebody else excited. The star of the dish, besides you that is the cherry stone clam. A top neck clam, a big clam is important. Make sure you scrub it with the brush. And you're gonna put these on a rimmed cookie tray in your oven, broil 7 to 10 minutes until the shells pop open. They're gonna just feel and look fantastic. We wiped on our board. We're gonna hit it with some lemon. Clams Casino. Hope you're feeling lucky tonight. Spashcock Funk in your corner.
Happiest of Mondays.
Oh goodness, is it feeling like one? Did feel like the weekend went by fast.
Oh,
this one, yeah. In today's political pulse, 2 people are suing to stop the White House from hosting a UFC event. Why they're raising concerns about construction on the South Lawn. And who's now taking the lead for the second spot in the general election for LA's mayor. Plus the response from lawmakers as President Trump voices more support for his controversial anti-weaponization fund. That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this.
9 o'clock this Monday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We want to continue following that breaking overnight news.
A large fire at a warehouse in Rochester now appears to be under control. Crews battling those flames for hours. The size of that fire prompting multiple agencies to respond overnight.
Chris Lopez is live at that scene for us with the very latest. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're on the intersection right now of Lyell and Avery, which is a few blocks east of that fire. We've been here since about 4:40 this morning. Flames have kind of been on and off, and I say that because we have seen firefighters go up and shoot down water from ladders as we've been here throughout this morning. When we wrapped up our last live shot, the fire turned back to black, and we're not sure if the flames started to get out of control at that point, but as of now, I don't even believe I see too many white smoke or too much white smoke at all. So that probably indicates that the fire is pretty much completely under control. Weren't sure if that was the case about a half hour ago. We had been reporting some significant power outages as well. I believe that is now under control. I talked to a business owner just shortly before this live shot, and he told me that his power is now back on. The timeline for this event, it happened last night. They got a call for a structure fire at about 11:20. Fire crews arrived just before 11:30, so it took them about 10 minutes, pretty quick response time. And when they arrived, they found Pallet Express on fire, and what it started out as a 2-alarm fire quickly turned into a 5-alarm fire in just about 20 minutes. Video you're watching now is showing you just how big and bright those flames were. Now, the building was filled with pallets. It is a pallet manufacturing company, so that probably aided the fire. There were also some delivery trucks that were destroyed in the fire, and this is a residential neighborhood, so neighbors were evacuated due to potential exposure, as well as the heat coming from those flames. There were structural collapses behind the building, and firefighters tell us that they were keeping their efforts defensive throughout the night to make sure that their crews were rested as well as safe.
Once you see the speed at which the fire is spreading, then you can pretty much early on determine, we're going to need more resources. This size of a building, it's unoccupied. It is a sprinkler building. The sprinklers weren't able to contain it. And once you see that it's grown beyond the capacity of the first few companies, you can pretty much early on determine that you're going to need more resources.
Yeah, and that business owner told me that Rochester Fire, as well as Rochester Police, said this section here on Lyell Ave is going to be completely closed for the foreseeable future. I have seen trucks out there, kind of the tractor trailer trucks trying to pull out some of the wreckage. There's still a heavy firefighter presence here, as well as Rochester Police is here as well. Now, we are trying to learn the cause of this fire that has not been revealed to us, but I'm sure that will come out in a few hours or before the day ends. Guys, back to you in studio.
All right, Mr. Lopez, thank you for that. We appreciate it.
O'clock on this Monday morning, June 8th. Thank you for sticking with us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
Yes, you are. And I'm Dan Schrack. And that's Mark McClain.
Did I do something wrong?
No,
okay.
You did nothing wrong. I was just reassuring you. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. It's fine.
Marcus, I didn't mean to scare you.
No, it's okay. Sometimes you just go on autopilot.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's the story of my life. All right, McClain. You've got the answer to weather trivia. You have the muddy paws forecast. Yep. I need to know, though, before we do muddy paws, is this an animal we've never had before today?
I don't think so. Dasher, does that ring a bell?
Mm-mm.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Okay. A little early.
Is it a reindeer?
No. No.
Okay.
But it goes along with the theme for weather trivia. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about tropical radiation. How about that? And we do get some in Rochester, technically defined as that solar angle higher than 66 degrees in the sky, at least at solar noon. How many weeks out of the year does Rochester, New York, get tropical radiation? Is it 3 weeks? Is it 5 weeks? 9 weeks? Or 12 weeks? And we've got lots of guesses. Sarah has B, Dennis has D. Florence, Barbara, A. Cassandra and Louie have C this morning. We've got Debbie and Barbara S at B. Barb and Mary have A. Paul and Cheryl have C this morning. There's Tom, Lisa, and Janet with C. Allison and Ian have B. David has D. So we're all over the place. You're welcome, Herb. Yvonne has B, as does Ron and Rod. Tim has A. Michael has A this morning. We've got cooler weather. Sandra says C. Lima Pumpkin Fest D. But I think C. Jim B. Thanks, Jim. Debbie has D this morning. Kay and Kyla have C, as does Frank and Gary, Vicky's husband. Vicky has B, and Mary Pat, Frank's wife, has D. Richard and Eva C. Deb and Jack A. Robert
Hey,
and Katie,
thank you, Cheryl and Dave.
B.
You are looking good.
And they have A. David and Judy have B this morning. And is that the last page, Ashley? That's it. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All over the board here.
Yeah. I want to go D, though.
D?
And here's why. Because if we're already at this tropical radiation solar angle.
Yes.
And we are in the Monday of the second week of June.
Yeah.
If we're already there, that's got to last until at least the first week of August.
Okay.
Right?
What's the thinking there? What's Abby thinking?
What did you say?
I'm saying D. I'm saying 12 weeks.
You've been to the tropics, right? You've been to like Florida, like the Gulf Coast. So you know what that tropical radiation feels like.
I'll go D also.
You gonna go D?
Yeah.
It's gonna be C, isn't it?
It is. 9 weeks. So, and this actually starts May 19th.
Oh, wow.
And it lasts through July 24th, so almost all of July. And that's where the sun's angle at noon is higher than 66 degrees in the sky. So, if you're at the equator or the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, the sun moves 23.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees south in our wintertime. And so those areas always experience, something within that range.
Okay.
So they always get the tropical radiation. But up here, because we're so far north in the mid-latitudes, our solar angle is all over the place. And that's why we have 4 very spread out seasons. We get a good summer, we get a hefty winter, and 2 seasons in between. But
that'll remain nameless because they don't really count.
Well, rarely do we ever get a spring, right?
Yeah.
It just seems like we just go straight into summer sometimes. But
And it almost seems like we go straight from summer to winter sometimes.
sometimes, right? You know who likes the solar radiation? Dasher.
Aww.
Sitting in the sunshine.
Yo, bacon in the sun. I love it.
Get that blanket out for me. It's time for a walk, though. Today's great. Today is, just pleasant, perfect weather to do anything outside. I'm going to go like in between dry and wet pause tomorrow because a good chunk of tomorrow is going to stay dry for us. But Wednesday, definitely some wet pause. Thursday and possibly into Friday. Not going to be a washout each one of those days. But when we get to this time of the year, we call it convective weather season. This is where, the clouds grow taller into the atmosphere instead of spreading out. So you get some sun, all of a sudden a thunderstorm pops, the sun comes back out, that kind of thing. And we'll just have to track them for you as they do develop. But started out cool. We needed that sunshine this morning. Low 50s in York, low 50s in Dansville, mid 50s in Rochester. And that's moved the temperature back into the mid 60s. So a big 10 plus degree jump already. And look at the bottom of the screen. That dew point number, starting to get to a place where you're going to start noticing it. It's at 58 degrees. By later this week, that dew point will be well into the 60s. Dan's loving it. It's Dan Schrack weather.
It is.
It is. It's your favorite. Satellite radar has that huge high that we talked about all of last week, finally moving off to the east. So the weather's going to open up a little bit more over the next couple of days, and that's going to give us a chance for some scattered showers and thunder showers. So today near 80, the flow starts coming in out of the south, so it's not going to get quite as cool the next couple of days. We'll start in the low to mid 60s tomorrow. And, there's that first opportunity to early afternoon. And also just notice the coverage is not all over the place. This is, hit and miss kind of stuff. The best chance is probably going to be south and southeast of Rochester into the Finger Lakes. But watch Wednesday, that boundary goes through that front. And this is going to give us a better chance of an area-wide scattered shower or thunder shower. So Tuesday's not a washout. Wednesday's not a washout. But if you catch one of these, there's going to be a pretty good downpour with any of this activity. So you could get a ½ inch to an inch quite easily with any of those showers that move through. Now the pool, 80, 81 maybe. We'll see. We'll see. That's decent weather. Lots of sunshine out there tonight. will drop back into the low to mid 60s. Not as cool, obviously, as this morning. And the 7-day forecast for us has those numbers staying in the 80s, possibly near 90 Thursday and Friday. It's been a while since Rochester reached that threshold. Have we done that as a weather trivia question yet?
What's that?
When's the last time we reached 90?
I think.
I believe
so.
we have.
Yes.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got 2 ideas for tomorrow.
Wasn't it like
that was one of them.
October?
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
early October.
I'll have to go back through the Facebook
Yeah.
and look
Okay.
down.
Quickly,
Yeah.
and I think this is out of our DMA, out of our viewing area, but there is a very nice home available in Ithaca, right on Cayuga Lake. It's $7.8 million. If
in
you
your
by
price range.
chance, it is. If you by chance are watching this morning, we would love to just come there and have a little weekend party.
Yeah.
On your dock and maybe take a ride out in the boat.
Ark on the dock?
Ark on the dock.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
live remote.
absolutely.
Yep.
We'd be happy to autograph some headshots if that sweetens the deal.
Boy, that sold it for me.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
The Finger Lakes are so beautiful.
Yeah, really anybody. If you have a lake house, call us.
Please. Please.
Yeah, 4225 West Henrietta Road. We can be there in
Endless headshots.
short order. Endless headshots. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
We have much more to get to here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we are looking ahead to an upcoming music festival. It's honoring hidden heroes.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
Casino, we still need someone to house Hotel California.
(9:14) this morning. This summer, a local organization is combining great music with a great mission, hosting the One Soldier at a Time Summer Music Festival in Webster.
The event is dedicated to supporting military families, including the often overlooked hidden heroes, the spouses, parents, loved ones holding down the fort while their service members are protecting our country. For more, we're joined now by Lauren Coe, the event producer and coordinator. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, this is such a fantastic idea. Tell us how it kind of came to be.
Well, it really started back in around 2005-06 when a very dear friend of mine lost her son overseas. And they started something called the Molly Fund, and I gave 10% of my income just to help out that month. Didn't have a whole lot of money, but I did what I could. Then another friend, she started a project called Full Circle Home, which is amazing. She services nationwide. I'm like, more people need to be doing that. I felt like the Holy Spirit said, why not you? And I decided that I would do what I could, and we started with 22 moms, and now we service 300 moms. We send sun care packages overseas, but our biggest project is our veteran project. And this year we're looking to sponsor 3,600 veterans with hygiene packages of hope, and that's what the event is all about.
Wow. That's 3,600?
Yeah.
You said? Okay, so how do you achieve something like that? How do you execute that?
The community all coming together. We have amazing sponsors. We have people that stand with us all throughout the year. They never leave us hanging, and that is beautiful, and we're so grateful. We can take people's time, talents, or treasure, all three. 1, 2, it just doesn't matter. Whatever they have, we'll take it.
Wow. I imagine the response you've received over the years has been pretty incredible. Tell us about, the community coming out and showing support.
Well, we're a part of the Community Wishbook page, which is an amazing organization. And so we have people from schools, and we work a lot with like the ARC homes and Heritage Christian homes, and they make like the stars from the retired USA flags for us, and they make cards, and the schools make cards, and just communities just get together. We always need our happy volunteers, and we do packing every single month.
For someone who is sitting there, just talk to us about the importance of the community coming together for something like this. We often think, okay, there's Memorial Day, there's Veterans Day, and okay, we're good. We've done our part. It's so much more than that. So much more than that.
Well, what people don't realize is our veterans and our active duty, they're serving every single day of the year. It's not just a couple days that they're recognizing us and trying to keep us safe. They are protecting us day in and day out, and we should be doing whatever we can all throughout the year to support them as well. And that's why we continue to do this project and service 11 different counties.
Fantastic. All right, tell us about the Summer Music Festival.
Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea. I'm so stinking jazzed. I mean, we have 3 amazing bands. We're going to close it down with Hotel California. We have Junkyard Field Trip, 47 South. We have all the food trucks, you name it, and drinkables available. But the big thing is and what I love is that we're going to have our military tribute, and just to bring it home, because this is an event that's free to all veterans, active duty. Everyone else has to pay. Sorry, so sad, but not. But it's just important that we can all come together and make a difference. And it's going to be amazing. And David Bass is going to be our guest speaker. I can't wait. He has served our country for 34 years. I can't wait for him to share. But it's just a time to come out. We have raffles and 50-50. And I'm a part of this TikTok group that does all this wood burning and wood turning. We have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of handmade wooden crafts that people are going to lose their ever-loving minds over.
We're running low on time, and I know there's something very specific that we're still in need of for this event. Tell us about it.
We need someone to come to the plate and give us free housing for 2 nights, 6 rooms for Hotel California. It's right now the best cost we can get is $1,200, and that's a big chunk because every single penny goes to support our veterans. No one makes a penny. I mean, I still give 10% of my income. So we need someone to help us out.
So how do they reach out? How do they get in touch with you to make that happen? If there's somebody sitting at home right now saying, I know how to do this.
They can just go to onesoldieratime.net, reach out to me. They can call me. My number's on there. By all means, reach out. They can go to our Facebook page, One Soldier at a Time. I'm just grateful for whatever anyone is willing to do to help us out and stand with us.
Fantastic.
Stand with those that stood with us.
Good stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All information goes over on foxrochester.com.
20 after 9 this morning. Don't go far. ARC Rochester returns. Stephanie Joseph, she's breaking down some of our top political headlines.
The Political Pulse is coming up next.
Hey. It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. President Trump is giving an update on the status of negotiations between Israel and Iran. Around 6:30 this morning on Truth Social, he said, quote, both sides are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Trump also says final negotiations on peace are proceeding, barring any obstacles. A blockade is expected to remain in place until a final deal is reached. And the war with Iran has reached 100 days with more strikes overnight. Israel and Iran traded strikes overnight, Iran's military then backing down on offensive operations hours later. This comes after President Trump sat down with NBC News to talk about the war. The interview becoming tense as Trump faced questions about why this war started.
What changed? Because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war. Why would I have built the strongest military in the world? I had to make a judgment. Do I want to go along and have a country that's doing really well, but somebody is going to try and kill us? Or do I want to put out that horrible threat?
A ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is still in place, but negotiations appear to have stalled. But the president told NBC News the U.S. is very close to a deal.
If they're so desperate, Mr. President, why haven't they said yes to the terms you're
Because they're
proposing?
strong, they're proud. There are things they never thought they'd be doing that they're going to have to do. They've got no choice.
You have to face so many changing positions, moving the goalposts, different statements, contradictory remarks by different officials.
Now, in that same NBC News interview, President Trump voiced support for his administration's controversial anti-weaponization fund. The president said he still thinks it's a great idea. He said if it was up to him, quote, he would pay them the money. The DOJ has confirmed that the fund will not move forward. Trump citing previous prosecutions under the Biden administration as reasons for the fund. The nearly $1.8 billion settlement was created to compensate perceived victims of political persecution. Rioters who joined the Capitol on January 6, 2021 would be eligible to apply. The fund has been subject to bipartisan backlash.
Congress are the appropriators. The executive branch of government does not have any money in their own right. Every dime that every agency in the executive branch has comes from Congress. So that is our determination. The votes are not there and will not be there to give a dime to this fund.
Now, votes are still being counted in the race for Los Angeles mayor, but a new frontrunner is taking the lead. City Council member Nithya Rahman is now in second. Reality TV Spencer Pratt has fallen to third place. Rahman has 3,000 more votes than Pratt. Incumbent Mayor Karen Bass has already advanced to the general election. It's still unclear who she will face. A new lawsuit wants to stop the White House from hosting a UFC event next week. Two people from Virginia are suing. They say the set did not get congressional approval or an environmental review. They also claim the for-profit event will financially help the UFC president, who is a close ally of Trump. The Trump administration claims the fight does have congressional support because it falls in line with events celebrating America's 250th birthday. State Democrats are expected to highlight local investments coming to Rochester in the state budget. Some of the initiatives likely to be discussed today include the $300 million Rochester Monroe Transformation Initiative. It's meant to restore the High Falls district. Others include a universal child care pilot coming to Monroe County. We'll have more details later today. And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Just before 9:30 this Monday, thanks so much for sticking with us on ARC. We're still following that breaking overnight news.
Crews still at the scene of that massive fire in Rochester's Lyell Otis neighborhood. Chris Lopez is live at the scene with the latest. Chris, new developments, right?
I don't know about new developments, but we have been trying to bring you guys different angles throughout this morning. We are on the east side of the fire. We've been on the west side of the fire. Now we're in front of a business called World Hydroponics, which is a gardening center that is right in front of where that building burned down. Now, let me take you through the timeline of events. So that structure fire got called in around 11:20 last night. Crews arrived on scene just before 11:30. When they arrived, they found Pellet Express, which is the business that burnt down, on fire. And what started out as a 2-alarm fire quickly turned into a 5-alarm fire in just about 20 minutes. The video you're watching now is showing just how big and bright those flames were. The building was filled with pallets. It was a pallet manufacturing company, and there were some delivery trucks that were also destroyed in the fire. And this neighborhood is a mix of residential as well as businesses, so the neighbors were evacuated due to potential exposure from the fire as well as the heat coming from those flames. And there were structural collapses behind the building, and firefighters tell us that they were keeping their efforts defensive so they could keep crews well rested as well as safe.
Once you see the speed at which the fire is spreading, then you can pretty much early on determine, we're going to need more resources. This size of a building, it's unoccupied. It is a sprinkler building. The sprinklers weren't able to contain it. And once you see that it's grown beyond the capacity of the first few companies, you can pretty much early on determine that you're going to need more resources.
There has been reporting that there were no injuries either on the civilian side or on the firefighter side. Now, this is still a very active scene despite this fire seeming to be under control. We have seen firefighters up on ladders spraying down into the building. I'm guessing that's where hot spots where flames are coming out of. Right now, that smoke is pretty white and it's still pretty visible around the area. I can smell it right now, but as of now, we don't know how that fire has started. I'm sure information about that will come out soon. We also reported that there was power outages around this area. All of that power has been restored. And for now, reporting in Rochester, Chris Lopez, 13 WHAM News.
All right, Chris, thank you for that. And an update just into the newsroom. We do now know 75% of that structure was impacted by that fire overnight. This, according to the Rochester Fire Department. We also know that demolition crews are on scene of that fire right now, likely going to have to demolish what remains of that building.
Time right now, 9:32. We still have much more to come on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we are looking ahead to an upcoming show coming to the Kodak Center.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
From the ballroom to the big stage, one of the biggest names in dance is headed back to Rochester for an encore presentation of his hit show.
Yeah, I'll soon be taking the stage at the Kodak Center. I don't know if
proud of
No,
you.
I'm kidding. Emmy Award-winning performer and choreographer and Dancing with the Stars judge Derek Huff is bringing his Symphony of Dance encore tour to the Kodak Center next month. I recently had the chance to chat with him about that upcoming show and what his fans can expect. Have a listen. Since we last spoke, there was some big news last December, I believe the 29th of December, correct?
Yes.
Tell us what happened.
Oh my gosh, well, a new human graced this planet. I had a beautiful baby girl, Everly, and honestly, completely just rocked my world. You know, she is just my life. You know, she's everything now. It's amazing how everything changes, and everybody talks about that, and they talk about how it's all gonna be different, and your heart's gonna expand, and they're absolutely right. They really are. It really is incredible, and it gives everything so much more meaning. And also, when things get a little bit stressful or a little bit like high, you know, I just look over and I see her face, and all is well in the world, man. I mean, it is just the best thing in the world.
I bet it offers a lot of perspective on things that matter.
Absolutely, absolutely, and also just more, and actually more energy too. In a weird, like more drive. I think maybe that might be the guy in me, the provider in me, perhaps. I guess where it's sort of like, oh, I go into this sort of overdrive, like I gotta like take care of this girl, you know, and you know, it's an amazing feeling. It truly is, and my heart just feels just bigger than it's ever felt, honestly.
Wonderful. And let me ask, if I may, how is your wife doing? We know she had some health struggles a few years back. She was supposed to be part of the initial tour and then joined, I believe, late in the game. How is she doing?
She's incredible, man. She is just really a walking miracle. In fact, we have a documentary that we're premiering in Tribeca Film Festival next week that is about that story, you know, about her having that moment on stage with this show, Symphony of Dance, that we're about to go on tour with, and her return to that stage. And that's what makes actually going back out on the road now on tour with this show even more special, because we get to relive and to retell this story that was so incredible on stage in front of everybody. And the amazing cast of dancers we have the live band. It is really a really special show.
Let me ask, do you think parenthood or fatherhood has changed the way you approach dance?
I would not really. No, I don't think it approaches like sort of what I do necessarily. It just it's interesting. Just the other day, I was rehearsing for the show, for the tour, and we're dancing, and I just like peeked over, and I literally saw my baby girl like watching, and you know, she's just like wide-eyed watching, and I literally started crying while I was dancing. I got emotional because it gave the dancing more meaning, because then it became this sort of feeling of like, wow, you know, my daughter gets to see me do something that I've done my entire life. And I want to keep doing it as long as I can, so she can grow a bit older, and then she can really watch it. But it gives it more meaning, not sort of the approach, just more depth.
More depth. I like that. I want to come back to the tour in just 30 seconds, and I know we're tight on time here, but I want to congratulate you on the extra gig, because it's my understanding ratings went through the roof when you took over. So congratulations on that. What has hosting that monumental show been like for you?
Oh man, well, first of all, the team, coming on the show and being a part of a team who I'm looking at all right here, who have been doing this for so long, who are so dialed in, who are such professionals. You know, being in this, I'm sort of just taking the cues off them and just learning and growing on this experience. And it's amazing. I take it very seriously, you know, with something that's been around for so long and is also one of the last ones standing, you know, in a way. And I think it's to carry that torch, I think is really special. And it's incredible. Truly, I don't think people fully like realize that, you know, everything that you see happens so quickly, and it's because of the team that are behind the scenes making things happen, starting early in the morning, cutting pieces together, writing the scripts, editing it together. It's such a privilege to sit and to watch that. You know, and honestly, I feel like my job is actually so easy. I get to kind of come in here and you know, say a few words and talk to, but it's the team that's been here, that's been working on the show, that really is why the show is successful and what it is today.
Is there a part of the job that's pushed you harder than you thought? A part of the job that was more complex for you than you thought when you signed on?
I mean, honestly, just doing some of the voiceovers, the VOs at the beginning, you know, it was like, oh, I got to really like articulate my voice and kind of sing it, you know. But I also kind of was going back to my grandpa. He was a radio DJ back in the day, and I kind of was like channeling my inner grandpa for those moments, you know, the way he would speak and sing the words essentially. But also too, the interviews, when I go interview these big stars, you know, like The Rock or Jennifer Aniston or Margot Robbie, I always had a lot of nerves. I was sitting in front of them, I'm like, oh geez, like, you know, I didn't think I was going to get nervous about these things, but I would, and but it was really great to sort of have those conversations and to talk with them and to learn, really to learn to ask questions, because it's a different skill.
I bet when you walked in the door, there was, because it's such an institution, extra in and of itself. As you mentioned, there were nerves, but was there a part of you that was ready to really bite off a chunk of that and make it your own versus the iterations that we've seen over the past decades?
You know, for me, especially on red carpets, I think it was nice. It's a nice icebreaker when, you know, people would come up to me and they say, "Hey, like, hey, Derek," and like, "What are you doing here?" And then I was just like, you know, I'm here to dance, and it was always like a fun icebreaker, you know what I mean, to sort of have fun on the carpets, to sort of feel relaxed, and yeah, I think I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that experience, you know, talking with people and talking with these amazing artists, and yeah, it's been great.
Wonderful. All right, back to the show, if we can. You are coming back to Rochester 2 years later, coming to the Kodak Center on the 25th of July this year. I know tickets will go quickly because I know people thoroughly enjoyed the performance last go around. How do you keep on one-upping yourself? How do you outbest yourself to make it bigger and better than the one before?
Well, this show is so special. It was encore because it's the same show we did at Symphony of Dance. However, there are upgrades, you know, from lighting, from production to even costumes. And also the cast of dancers that I casted are truly exceptional. I'm in awe every single day watching them rehearse. We're in rehearsals right now. They are so unbelievable. They blow me away. And I can't wait for people to see their talents and to shine a light on them. And again, also too, different songs, some different pieces. I'm actually doing a number that's sort of a Dancing with the Stars homage, where it talks about being a judge, and it's sort of like a fun, sort of playful moment. You know, I've got my brooch, and you know, we're scoring people, and it's a fun moment that I think the audience who like Dancing with the Stars will really, really, really enjoy.
They're gonna eat it up. They're gonna eat it up, absolutely. What does it mean that this go around you are kicking off this tour with your healthy wife and your healthy daughter? And it's my understanding that your daughter is going on tour with you two. I mean, why not just make it a family affair? What is that like? What does that mean to you?
Well, I feel very lucky. I feel very lucky because you know, a lot of artists out there got to go on. They go on tour, but they got to leave their families behind, you know, and they don't get to see them, and then they miss them. For me, I feel very fortunate that I get to go on tour. I get to share the stage and, you know, dance with my beautiful wife, and then also be with my daughter. And so I you know, I get to be with them, and I just find I feel so fortunate for that, because I know that's not the same case for everybody else, you know, for everybody. So yeah, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. And I love touring. I really do. I love the process. I love waking up in a different city. I love being on the buses. I love being on the different, the different stages, and also the camaraderie and the family that is created on tour with the cast, with the crew. It really is. It's like a camp. You know what I mean? You all like wake up together, you have breakfast, and it's like this like family. And I'm really looking forward to that experience and sharing that with my daughter and of course with my beautiful wife. So it's I can't wait.
Are you going to be able to pawn off any diaper duty to some of your castmates?
It's actually, again, there's actually a fun number that we've added into the show that's actually it's pretty fun actually. And let's just say there may or may not be a diaper being thrown around. So
Very. Rumor has it that some of your Dancing with the Stars co-stars have given you a bit of advice on touring with a child. You're picking up the pack and play for more than just an afternoon at Grandpa's house.
Yeah.
What advice have they given you?
We did. We actually did. We talked to Val and Jenna. We talked to Danny and Pasha because they've taken their my daughter's a little bit younger than theirs was. So it's different. However, we did just say like, what are the do's, what are the don'ts? You know what I mean? What worked, what didn't work, be on tour, and they definitely helped out with a lot of those things. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome to sort of to connect with fellow dance parents, touring parents, and to get some tips and some advice of how to do it the best possible way.
That's awesome. All right. Last question for you. For someone sitting at home this morning saying to themselves, I missed it last time and I'm kicking myself. I need to get on this. What's the sell? What's the elevator pitch?
Listen, there is nothing like this show, and I really mean that in the sense that this show is such high energy. It's fast-paced. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of soul into it. I think my goal is to really make you feel something, not just to be entertained, but to really feel something on an emotional level. It's something for everybody. Jazz, it's like Latin, ballroom, big band music, Latin music, contemporary, rock and roll, every different genre you could possibly think about. It's everything, live band, incredible dancers, costumes, production. It has it all, and it's for the whole family too. You could be a 5-year-old to a 99-year-old and love this show, which, by the way, we have. It covers the entire spectrum, and you don't want to miss it. You really don't want to miss it because this is going to be the last time we do this particular show, so it's really special. So definitely come see it.
Okay, it sounds like you're teasing something here. Is there maybe another show that you've already got the gears turning in the works?
My God, always, man, always things going on.
Always.
But I will say, this show specifically, again, we actually are premiering our documentary next week at Tribeca Film Festival, and that documentary is actually about this show, and about. So again, it's really special, and I dare I say it's what's the word when it's like limited, if you will.
Okay, yeah, limited run, absolutely. Derek Huff, thank you so much for your time. Really looking forward to the show. Hopefully you can come by the studio when you're in Rochester. We would love to sit down and chat in person.
Appreciate you, brother. We'll see you soon.
All right, take care. it's time to see what's trending, starting with music for the dogs.
Whether it's a playlist for a morning walk, something calming for separation anxiety, or just whatever happens to be on, more pet owners are pressing play with their furry friends in mind.
Yeah, MetLife Pet Insurance recently conducted a study to understand how music fits into the daily lives of dogs and their owners.
Researchers analyzed more than 500 public Spotify playlists made specifically for dogs, and they surveyed more than 1,000 pet owners about their habits.
Now, 9 in 10 play music for or around their dog, though 87% are just playing whatever they'd normally listen to.
13% of pet parents choose music based on their dog's mood or personality, 14% having a dedicated playlist for their pet.
Yellow by Coldplay is the most popular song on America's Dog playlist, followed by Creep by Radiohead and Do You Have to Let It Linger by the Cranberries.
Taylor Swift is the #1 artist overall, appearing on 1 in 6 dog playlists. I'm just going to say we've always used the song Yellow by Coldplay for our dog because she's bright yellow.
Love it.
Yeah.
Other top artists include Coldplay, Fleetwood Mac, Radiohead, The Beatles, and Billy Joel.
63% of American dog owners sing to their dogs. 27 have made up original songs specifically for them.
Love that. The top 3 popular dog-themed songs are Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine, Hound Dog by Elvis Presley, and Me and My Dog by Boy Genius.
The study also found the most popular music genres for dogs are rock, pop, and hip-hop/rap.
Each genre is said to show characteristics as to what kind of pet parent you are. So classical fans are most likely to have pet insurance.
R&B fans are most likely to have dogs that sing along to the songs.
Lo-fi fans are most likely to buy premium or organic dog food.
And electronic fans are most likely to skip picking up after their dog.
So I had to dog sit this weekend, and what I did, poor Duck. It's a dog named Duck.
Love that.
His name is Duck.
That's great.
I don't think he'd ever seen Seinfeld, so I just left the television on at my sister's house the entire time I was there, and he watched the entire series of Seinfeld.
What did he think?
He sat on he sat on the couch, which he's not allowed to normally do, so I'm sure he thought it was wonderful.
You watched all of Seinfeld in a weekend?
No, the dog did.
Okay, he watched all of Seinfeld in a weekend?
Yeah, I just left the television on.
Wow. I hate that show.
Don't go anywhere. When our Rochester returns, it's our final thoughts.
We'll be right back. It's been a Monday.
It has. We made it, though.
Yeah.
If pictures could talk.
If pictures could talk, what would they say, McLean? What would they say? That does it for us here on Arc Rochester.
We still have time.
Oh, we do have time. How long?
50?
Yeah.
Oh, we have 50 seconds. Okay,
Oh.
49, 48.
Don't count it
For a little context here, you can't leave your cell phone around with these two.
You don't leave your phone laying around.
No. It's a good general lesson.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Even if it's locked.
Even if it's locked, because people can still take pictures.
Yeah.
That does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57. We're on
13 Wham ABC.
The one.
Join Steph and Mark later today for 13 Wham News at midday. We'll see you tomorrow. They will see you then.
Bye.